There are volunteers who are joining together to patrol the streets to stop the violence right now. Many are people who've devoted their lives to building stronger communities. George Floyd's murder has stirred so many emotions. This afternoon, I talked with Reverend Alfred Babington Johnson of the Stairstep Foundation about the future.
I think we need to embrace the challenge and the opportunity of this season. George Floyd's death and the way it occurred revealed a sense of inhumanity that was put on display in a way that I think the whole world responded. The thing that was unique about the George Floyd execution was it was lack of humanity on display. What we need is the reverse of that. So we need to enlarge our hearts and understand that we are in fact neighbors. We are in fact fellow travelers on this planet. And we need to embrace that truth, that reality. I call it community.
And you build those communities through the church. And tell me why you believe that is the foundation.
It has to involve institutions. For African Americans, the church has been the seminal institution, the critical institution from the time we started operating on these United States. And so for us, the idea was, can we utilize the church to come outside the walls and engage and create a social infrastructure that can actually help our community deal with wealth issues or health issues or education or whatever it might be. So the church is centered. We call it the anchor.
It's been a heartbreaking year. George Floyd's death and then wrapped in the restrictions of COVID. How are you feeling today as you look forward into the future?
I'm feeling hopeful. The challenges are great, but so are the opportunities. And one of the things that this COVID season provided for us was an illustration of how effective the church can be. Trusted faces in trusted spaces, bringing vaccines, bringing testing, and allowing the community to see that its own institution can actually take a seat at the table and advance the issues of our people. So as we're going forward, this difficult season has proven also a season of opportunity. One of the things we're working with collectively in the church has to do with the violence in our community. The death of George Floyd, as horrific as that is challenged at the very least by sometimes the violence that is occurring within the community. And so we, as a church community, Reverend Jerry McAfee articulated a great plan. We're seeking to bring healing into the community by churches taking their positions at some of the hot spots of the community and not just saying stop fighting, but actually what are the needs of this moment in this place, whether that's educational issues or job issues, whatever, but having the church as a valued institution helping to bring those answers to the community.
And Reverend Babington Johnson started the Stairstep Foundation 30 years ago. And he and his wife worked tirelessly to provide help, resources, and stronger bonds among neighbors. And all those volunteers began their 21 Days of Peace, where they patrol gun hotspots to help curb gun violence in Minneapolis. That started yesterday.
Yeah, the Reverend